With Chesapeake Bay gleaming in the distance, we are inside M&T Bank Stadium near the Inner Harbor in Baltimore, Maryland. The shadows starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. And look at this. Right away, a loose football. And it looks like the defense has got it. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. It's hard enough to play on the road in this league as it is, but to start on the road with a fumble on the opening kickoff, just not the precedent you obviously want to set.
Not at all, and now it's just words because they've talked about it all week. From the time they start game planning for this one, remember, going into hostile territory, we have to set the tone right in the beginning, and they do the exact opposite.
The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up second down. Well, this defense for the Bengals, they were very strong last week in the win over Carolina.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there, and they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
Set.
They'll keep it on the ground. Linton, and he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
They'll look to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Ravens first down, although it doesn't appear to be by much. He needed 4, and he got 4 on 3rd down. The Ravens at 2-7 now on the year, and they come in the midst of a pretty bad stretch here. Losers of 5 straight.
And far be it from me to go ahead and go gloom and doom, right? If they fall down 7-0, 14-0, all of a sudden the cycle starts all over again. So the best way out of this for them, they need something to happen positive early in this game. That's a great way to help break this losing skid.
9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. There's a nice move. Down inside the 10. And the Ravens are going to be set up with a 1st and goal. As a nice run there. Gets them down to the 6-yard line. And after that play, we've got an injury. And it appears to be to Cortland Sutton. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury. And we'll be back in a moment.
Let's go. Check. 60 Bobcats, 18 Rattler, go!
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push they needed.
18, Pioneer. Ready.
2nd and 5. This is caught. And he will cover up as he's touched down after a short gain.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
Now they've gotten it to the 4 on this opening drive, but now they face a 3rd and goal.
Here we go. Hut.
He'll drop to throw. And he's going to be swallowed up and taken down. Sacked back at the 5-yard line. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. And his kick here is good. Well, I don't know if they would have gone for it on 4th and goal anyway, but the sack on 3rd down pretty much made their mind up for them.
You're exactly right about that. And this is a tough place on the field to take a sack because, as you just noted, it took the decision-making away from them. Now they have to go for a field goal instead of potentially going for it.
Muscles by at the 25. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one.
Come on, set. Ready, ready.
Throwing to start the drive. Childress. And it's incomplete, broken up. But there is a flag down. Let's see what that's about. A little too aggressive defensively, and the flag comes out.
And no one trying to cover is going to like a call going against them, but you have to like the effort there. Went for the interception, just unable to get it, and the flag did come out.
Set it. Take go.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Open man down the field, it's Bowers. And he'll go down, but not before getting this in. The 30. A very solid gain of 27.
And this is an offense that's near the bottom of the league in rushing, so defensively coming in, you've got to know you're going to see the ball in the air a lot. And that time, it's a completion and a 1st down on this opening drive.
Go.
First rep of the game for Josh Jacobs. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. These two teams met in Cincinnati earlier in the year with the Bengals coming out on top. So a win here in Baltimore would give them the season sweep. From the 23, here's 2nd down and 5. Back to throw. Childress has it to Hyatt on the out route. That one a 1st down pickup of 8.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Not that time for Watkins, but it'll be 2nd down.
Set. Ready.
Looking to throw. Childress. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, every point certainly counts at this stage of the game, but after driving so far, you absolutely know they want to finish it with 6 instead of 3.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
Go.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. And this one is right through, and that will tie us at 3-3. So matching field goals on our opening 2 drives.
Yeah, it feels like 2 boxers feeling each other out here in the early going of the game, right? Exchanging some jabs, but none of the heavy stuff just yet.
Each team with a possession, each team with a field goal as the kick is away. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Snap will come from the 31 on 2nd and 7. Now back to throw. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down. You talk about this Bengals defense. They've certainly had their struggles against the run. The 30th ranked unit out of 32 teams in the NFL.
The numbers are definitely not in their favor, but every time I click on the film and watch them, I see stretches where they play against the run really well. Their biggest problem, when they give up those explosive runs, those 30, 40, 50-yard runs, that'll really mess up your averages.
And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. On 4th down, Matt Araiza sent on to punt. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. The Bengals drive about to get going. 4-4 their record through 8 games on the season. Would you say that this team has overperformed, underperformed, or are they kind of right where you thought that they would be?
Do you mind if I say yes, yes, and yes? Because ultimately to me, 4-4 is about where they should be, because we've seen weeks where they've been really, really good. They've looked terrific. Other weeks where we've wondered just how good is this team. They want to be consistent in their play, not consistently inconsistent, which is what they've been thus far.
From the 38 now, here's 2nd and 6.
Here we go, here we go. Ready?
Back to throw. Childress. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. This defense, Charles, very opportunistic here early. A 2nd fumble recovery in this 1st quarter of play.
Yeah, you mentioned the right word, opportunistic and aggressive, because once they got the 1st fumble recovery, they were eager to get a 2nd one, and sometimes they just come in bunches. On the flip side, they've got to figure out how to hold the ball, because the play calls seem to be okay. They're just not executing.
They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this 2nd go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. It's DJ Turner who's got it. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 for a Bengals TD. It just appeared there that the defense, they had that read from the moment the ball was snapped. And not only did they get the interception, add a nice return on top of it, all the way into the end zone for a defensive touchdown.
Yeah, and the guy who made the play, he gets the points. But it really was a group effort, wasn't it? How about the coaches? They've got to be so excited. All the preparation time in the film room, it translated into a big play that put points on the board for their team.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. They'll drop to throw. He'll get this into the hands of the rookie from Miami. And he's finally taken down, and it's a big gain there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. Second quarter now from Baltimore. It's the Ravens in possession as they've got it with a third down coming up. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
Go!
They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
It's going to be another frustrating end to a drive here. This offense, they've not been able to get anything going in this first half. And now it's going to be time to gather on the sidelines and try and figure out what's going wrong. Who has an idea? Who has a plan? Time to implement it.
They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They are back to 500 on the year, got the win last weekend, and it's one that kept their playoff hopes alive.
And if you do have the
fighting through it, he's got space. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That one goes for 24 yards. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield. Well, they had that one snipped out defensively. That's a tough one to connect on when you got multiple defenders in the area, and it winds up incomplete.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Set!
Operating from the gun, Childress. Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off by Greg Newsome. And the Ravens are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Oh, he'll take a shot from McCaffrey downfield, and that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Well, their first 2 drives only yielded 3 points. They might be thinking it's time to make something happen. Push the ball downfield and try and gain some points that way. Unfortunately, incomplete.
The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6. These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles, and that front 7 defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out because the entire game he's been under siege. I don't care what the down and distance. They've got to get the ball out of his hands a lot quicker.
Matt Araiza now on to punt this one away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Here's Jackson. 45 yards, that's what the punt goes for. 5 on the return. And the Bengals take over 1st and 10. The Bengals drive about to get going. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game.
And now another turnover as this one's intercepted. And the Ravens are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. So they tried to take the deep shot there, but this defense up to the task.
And a lot of times when you air a ball out like this, if it does get intercepted, there's going to be a lot of space out there to set up a return. And remember, you've got 5 big offensive linemen out there playing on their feet in open space. Not a skill most of them possess that allows for extra yardage on the return.
Let's go. 19 Lion. Warrior 70. Dragon 60. Hot, hot.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. And that's complete to McCaffrey. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Now a 2nd and 6.
Ready, ready?
Now a handoff up the middle. Linton. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43. The completion on first didn't get much, and now the run on second doesn't get a whole lot either.
Well, if you're a good play caller, you've already looked ahead and anticipated this type of situation. Already down on his play sheet, trying to dial up a big 3rd down play.
Okay, ready?
The offense on 3rd down tonight, just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5.
Ready, ready?
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
Well, this first half has not gone according to plan so far offensively, or even defensively for that matter. They could use a big-time spark somewhere, but it's not going to come on this drive as they have to punt this one away.
And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
Come on, set.
Looking to throw. Childress. He'll get the tight end Bowers involved. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
On the ready.
Here's 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Childress. He completes it to Olave. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 31-yard line. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first.
On the set.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Set. Get up.
Back to throw again. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. Jalen Hyatt, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Bengals have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Extra point forthcoming. It's up and good, and that makes it 17-3. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He'd love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage.
One advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
Alert! Alert! Let's go now! Huh! Say, hey! 7 Pirates! 7 Pirates! Go!
Up the middle they go. Linton, boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. Now here's Matt Araiza now. And good coverage there by the punt team. They're able to get down there and drop him with authority. The Bengals drive about to get going. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Operating from the gun, Childress. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Marcus Williams. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them. And they took advantage of it there. Got a nice interception and set up their offense in great shape.
That's to the right side. He's got Ryman. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Tip Ryman, his first touchdown on the year. And the Ravens are back within a score.
For good reason, quarterbacks want to get the ball to the perimeter to their wide receivers for big plays. But in this situation, it felt like, based on coverage, he knew that he wanted his tight end to have the football, and for good reason.
Point after, right down the middle. And that slices the lead down to 17-10. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And just inside of a minute left, Charles. They got a pretty long field ahead of them. I'm curious to see how they play this, but you would think definitely enough time to at least try to get 3 out of this.
Yeah, you want to move with a nice sense of pace. You want to up the tempo a little bit, but you have to do it with some poise as well. You don't want to go so fast that you hurry yourself into mistakes. There's enough time to put points on the board if they do it right.
And even though they have the lead, you know that they would love to extend this lead before heading to the locker room. On 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. And defensively, Baltimore's in a dime look here on 3rd.
Panther 11, Panther 11.
Looking to throw. Childress. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they work this well upfield across the 45. How about that? They weather the storm of a 3rd and 17 to pick up the first.
Now that certainly solidifies how to attack this 2-minute drill right before the half. I don't think they were going to try and run out the clock, but now after that big play, their thoughts are certainly of trying to score and get some points before the half.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit, and it forced an incompletion.
65 cat. Go.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. A final shot before break. Childress. And his throw is going to be incomplete. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. One touchdown is the difference. 17-10 our score, and we are back underway on EA Sports. A lane opens here. He's past the 30. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37.
Ready, set.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
Now 2nd and 9.
Set. Hut, hut.
They run the counter. Linton. And this may be a carbon copy as he'll again be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down.
18, Pioneer. 79, Bronco. Ready, ready.
Back to throw. No, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Inside the 10, and he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 for a Bengals TD. Well, the defense obviously could not have drawn up a better start to the second half. They're holding on to that slim lead, just looking for a stop. Not only do they get the stop, Charles, they get the pick 6.
Another example that life comes at you fast, doesn't it? One play ago, they're defending a slim lead coming out of the break. Now they're one more stop away from thinking about a possible put-away drive.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead now up to 14. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
Cub 19! Cub 19! Let's go now! Mustang 19! Check go!
After the pick six, they go right back to the air. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
He's got it complete to Perkins. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. The Ravens get a new set of downs, give them 17 on that pickup.
19 tight, 19 tight. 19 Lion. Warrior 70. Get up.
Back to throw now on first down. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down.
Okay, break.
Second and 10.
Let's go.
The tight end in motion right.
Ready.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down.
Go.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 35. The defense shaking their heads, not aggressive enough, and they allow him to convert a 3rd and 18. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Come on, set. 60 Eagle, 60 Eagle. Ready.
They'll look to throw here. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
Hut, hut.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets
60
going?
Maverick, 60 Maverick. Trap 60, trap 60. Buffalo 18. Ready.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. So roughing the passer penalty and an automatic first down.
And that's the mark of a bad team, partner, because that's an easily preventable penalty, but they just didn't take the proper steps to make it so.
Hands it off out of the gun. Down at the 2. Broke through first contact, but ultimately stopped shy of the goal line. A good run of 6 yards there. Gets him closer to the goal line with second down coming up.
It's largely been the air attack that's gotten them down here, but now's where you start to lean on that running game. That's a good pickup there on first and goal.
They'll send one of those 2 tight ends in motion. And they'll run again. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. A great effort there with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Ravens have cut it back within a score. Extra point right down the middle. And that cuts the lead to 24-17. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Yeah, they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. And their lead cut in half by that touchdown a moment ago. They are up 7 as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that is incomplete.
That's some good closing speed there defensively, because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. They'll run right here with Jacobs. And he'll get this up to about the 40. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Back to throw. Childress. That is caught. Oh, some strong running. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 12 yards that time for number 12 as they move the chains.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
And this one is incomplete.
As expected, he's gone to him several times in this game, but that's the first time one has slipped from his grasp. I bet he goes back to him, though. He's an excellent player.
Third quarter on a Monday night with a 2nd and 10 coming up. A handoff, Jacobs running to the left. And he's going to be down close to a first down at the Ravens 39. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
That's a tremendous group effort there, because when you talk about offensive lines, the best ones, talk about guys that play in harmony, in sync, and getting things done, and they did that on that play.
Yeah, especially on 3rd and 1. Got to be in sync, and they were. Short throw caught by Bowers. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a first down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And that one knocked away and incomplete. Nice job defensively on what will be the final play of the third quarter. Back now in Baltimore. It's the Bengals in possession of the football and in possession of the lead as well as we start the fourth. Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10.
Come on, set. Ready.
Looking to throw. Childress. This is caught. Touchdown. Chris Olave. 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Bengals are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this fourth quarter lead. No problem there on the extra point, and the lead now up to 14. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they have had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game, even though they haven't been on the field? And you and I both know, one big play, though, gets them right back up to that level.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
70 Ranger, 70 Ranger. Check go.
They'll set up to throw. Now throw right side here, going to be incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. The Raven passing game getting in sync, another first down.
Ready. Get up.
Now a handoff up the middle. Linton. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 61 yards on the ground for him now as he's done that on 15 carries. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
Set. Check smash, check smash. Panther 11, Panther 11. Ready.
They'll look to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. And the Bengals are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Here we go.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They have to like the position that they are in. Fourth quarter, 2-score lead, and now the ball back after the INT. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
As a coaching staff, you can call just about whatever you want because you understand you have guys who reliably take away those massive shots downfield. You're not as worried about giving up the big one.
Again from the 20 after the incompletion. Here's 2nd and 10.
Let's go now. Ready.
Back to throw. Childress. He lets it go deep for Olave. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Kyle Hamilton picks it. And the Ravens are right back in this football game. Two-score game here in the fourth, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a two-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Let's go. Hut, hut.
Looking to throw. His throw incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they're hitting at just 30%, 3 for 10. This is 3rd and 10.
Ready.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains.
Here we go.
They'll run on 1st down. Linton, and he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's 2nd down.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 15-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
Set up. Check go.
He'll drop to throw. Steps away to his left. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down.
Down.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8. Not the 1st and goal play they drew up. Multiple defenders in to bring him down to the ground. It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now.
Set. Hut.
They're going to look to throw. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Isaiah Likely from 8 yards out. And the Ravens have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Well, time to let those folks know who are tuning in looking for the late local news. And we may be a moment because we've got a game again.
And partner, except for those on the West Coast where it'll be seen in its regular time, right? That's the way it works, doesn't it? But how about that? Big-time drive right there. If they're going to have any chance, they needed a touchdown there, and they went right down the field and worked their way into the end zone.
And the touchdown apparently wasn't enough. They're going to go for the onside kick here. And this is going to be snuffed out. The Bengals recover. The risk-reward of the onside kick. When you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling. And whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things, now that they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
Another incompletion would certainly be ideal defensively. A big play now. This is 3rd and 10. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Got an open man. It's Olave. He's got the first down and more. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, this game has certainly had no shortage of offense. Both teams have been revved up from the start. And here's yet another big play. Boy, both defenses have just got to be dragging out there.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Josh Jacobs, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Bengals are able to build on to their 4th quarter lead.
Ah, what a luxury it is to be able to call on a bowling ball like Josh Jacobs down near the goal line. 5'10", 220 pounds, and he's not afraid to get in there and get the tough yards. Finishes off this drive with a touchdown run.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of 2-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation, this time unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the 4th quarter. This drive becomes very critical. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Complete to Likely. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already.
Mustang 19.
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Time becoming a factor, down 2 scores, though they have 2 timeouts and, of course, the 2-minute warning to work with as well.
19 tight, 19 tight. Hey, smash. 19 Lion. Ready?
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Set. Check go.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. It's DJ Turner who's got it. And the Bengals are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line. With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense. Best, but these guys, they've been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along. But if you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
And all the way down to the 26. A big play there on the catch and run. 57 yards. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win.
Go! 60 Maverick, 60
Looking to throw. Childress. Over the middle, hooks up with the tight end Bowers. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago. Followed it up with another nice one here. And before you know it, they're already looking at 1st and goal.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. Chris Olave. His 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Bengals have put this one to bed here in the 4th quarter. Point after, right down the middle. And that will make this a 19-point game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Facing a big 4th quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this one, well, their defense has really struggled. 2nd and 6. On play action, they'll throw. And, oh, my goodness, here's a 5th interception. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Jacobs going to try the middle, and not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It's only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9. Well, partner, under the lights in primetime, this offense, they gave the nation quite a show, putting up that many points to come away with what will certainly be a memorable win for them.
And, Brandon, I think it's as simple as this. Some players, some teams, they're just meant for the big stage. And when they get a chance to play in this type of atmosphere, where all eyes are on them and all the lights are shining brightly, they show up and they show out.
So for Cincinnati, the win gets them back over 500 at 5-4 on the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Ravens, add another loss to the pile as they drop to 2-8.